Well, yeah, I've been the head track and field coach at Malta for the past 26 years. I've coached track and field here in Malta for 29 seasons, although it doesn't seem that long. It seems about 8 or 9 years maybe. All kinds of melds together.
The biggest takeaway for you from your time here, what are some of the things that stand out stand out the most to you about your time at Malta?
Well, it's been a lot of fun, and what I really like, and I coached football for 25 years, and when I stepped away from coaching football, I realized how much I missed practice, and so after that, the last 5 years that I haven't been coaching football, it made me realize how much I like practice, and whether it's track and field, being around the kids, being around the other coaches, just those associations of actually the preparatory work, and being able to interact with kids and fellow coaches. And so in the end of it all, that's what's come out of this so much, is the ability to work with young people and other adults who are motivated in that way.
Whether it's basketball, football, track, there's been a ton of success here, a ton of banners. But are the winning seasons the more memorable ones, or where does winning rank as far as the memories?
Well, winning is pretty good, and it really sometimes it keeps you coming back. Although there are times that the process of getting yourself ready to win sometimes is way more fun than when you're actually on top and you're trying to stay in that position. So I just think the success we've had is great, and it's lots of fun. But also our preparation to get kids to do certain milestones in their careers. Now, whether it's with some of our athletes to win state championships, individual state championships or team state championships, or for others to succeed in, we had a girl one time who the triple jump pit's 24 feet, and when we got her to jump 24:10, that was a milestone. That was huge in her life. It was great. We had another girl that came out for track to run the 2 mile, and I remember her running across the track to find me after she ran a 20-minute 2 mile to hug me, and I thought she was mad because I put her in the 2 mile, but really she was going into the Army and she needed to run under 22 minutes, and she had achieved her goal. So within those goals and talking to the kids, finding out what their goals are. But obviously, the winning state championships are cool, and everybody would love to do it every year.
Was it ever a challenge in a town like this that had that history to try and get them to reach those individual potentials, whatever it might have been?
Well, one of the things with track and field in Class B, at the district level, numbers are so very important to winning district championships. And one of the things was to begin with, our goal, we actually were better at a state track meet for a long time, a divisional or state track meet, than we were at a district track meet. And then we got our numbers built up, and even when we were probably about 200 kids in school and we were having 60 kids out for track and field, that really aided us in winning our district track meets, whereas we could win a divisional and place at state. And I think one of the first years as myself as a head coach, we went to state, and I think we placed at state with 6 girls, with 6 METs, and that was all, and everybody couldn't believe how small of a team we had. And obviously there in B and C, you can place at state with 1 athlete, because we actually had that. Sophia Stiles placed 3rd for us. I mean, we had girls competing, and but she happened to be the only one that placed, and she scored our points. So that's went on, but it's the challenge always is with track and field, because it's in the spring and it's an individual sport, is to get kids to continue, because sometimes by that time of year, kids are a little bit tired. But one of the things in Malta, which is wonderful, our student athletes really like to be involved. Our students like to be involved in activities.
When you talk about loving practice and the preparation in your new venture, there's going to be no practice and preparation. So what are you going to do with the spare time? We'll
be in Dickinson, so that it's a college town. So I'll be able to go watch some college athletics. They have a lot of high school athletics. I'm actually, in the fall, I'd like to sneak by, watch some practice at either the collegiate or the high school level. I'm really looking forward in the spring to be able to go to some collegiate track meets. That to me will be pretty cool. I'll find stuff to occupy my time, but I know there's certain aspects that I will definitely miss.
You're going from coach to fan then? Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, I guess. I don't know if it would be a fan. I guess it's all dependent on how you look at what's going on, because if I do go to a football game right now, I prefer to be by myself, because if I do have a comment, it's my own comment. It's just, like comparing to what we used to would have done as a coach and what's going on. And I by no means want to be out there. If I did, I'd still be doing it, or I'd still have done it.
Has Scott had to give you some advice on how that's going to be? I mean, that's completely different. You see all these coaches, they go stand by themselves because they're coaching to themselves out loud and trying to say those coach things.
Actually, Coach King and I stand a lot together at a football game if we happen to be together. And it's almost like we're back in the headsets, back in the day. And so we have discussed things, and I continued to coach, a year after Mr. King was done, Coach King was done, and I asked him for a lot of ideas. We discussed stuff. I think what people don't realize, I'd probably describe Coach King as my best friend. We, even today, if we go drive around together, we're together, we're talking about track and field, we're talking about football. So when somebody says, well, I make this much an hour, I think it's even more than what you'd say is a hobby or a job. It's way surpassed that, because here we're both done now, and it still is one of our main topics of conversation. And like a good old off-tackle power play, or a zone blitz concept, or something that we're talking about, or if we watch college football and we get on the phone and talk to each other and say, hey, did you see this? What do you think about that? That's a great play. How do you think they blocked that?
What's it going to be like leaving this community and leaving guys like Coach King behind?
Well, one of the things that will be is definitely with the community, I'm going to miss the people, because I think you guys just talked to Sophia, and she talked about how people in the community care about one another, and they're interested in each other and each other doing well, and so that will be difficult to do. But it's we're going to Dickinson. It's a change of pace. There's a little bit of course. We're excited to be doing this, but we also know that there are certain things, and in particular the members of our community, that we're going to miss, and the friendships we've made.
Have they decided who's taken over?
Yeah, they've hired Jim Ben to be he'll be the next head track and field coach. He was an assistant last year. Was his first year of coaching at Malta. I mean, he can head football coach, and he was an assistant track coach.